Mapping Census Data with Tableau. Part 1. In this series of video tutorials, we are going to map census data using two resources, Simply Analytics, an analytics and mapping application, and Tableau Public, a powerful tool for visualization. By the end of this tutorial, you should be able to retrieve census data from Simply Analytics, import spatial files and data sets into Tableau, apply Tableau's ability to associate data with specific tracks and compare data sets, display informative geographic data, create tooltips for deeper data insights. The public version of Tableau is free and works with most file types. However, it only connects to Google Sheets and Web Data Connector. Note that you cannot save files locally with the public version of Tableau. However, once you've saved to the Tableau Public website, you can download the workbook as a .twbx file. Tableau has recently introduced a new public or free version of Tableau Desktop. Tableau Desktop Public Edition allows users to save visualizations locally, but still has limitations on data refresh and data sources. It does not allow sharing to Tableau Cloud or Tableau Server like the paid version. Refer to this link for a software version comparison list from Tableau and more information. Please pause here, download, and install. Before going further, note that this workshop will build upon principles discussed in a previous video. If you have not watched the Introduction to Tableau video, I recommend viewing it and completing those exercises before continuing, since familiarity with the terms and skills from that video will be helpful in this session. I have added the link to the Introduction to Tableau video here. Our end goal for this tutorial is to retrieve population and median income data for Georgia counties from the Simply Analytics database to test the hypothesis, or an assumption, that counties with population growth over the past 4 years will also exhibit a higher median income than counties with no or a declining population. We are exploring the correlation between two variables, population and median household income, as evidence to potentially bolster our hypothesis, keeping in mind that correlation does not necessarily equal causation. Part 2. Retrieving population and median household income data. In the first section, we are going to retrieve data from a database called Simply Analytics, with access provided to Georgia Tech users through the Georgia Tech Library website, library.gatech.edu. From the library's website, we will navigate to the A to Z database list. Go to the section under S and navigate to Simply Analytics, formerly titled Simply Maps. The library has a limited number of licenses or seats, so please download your data beforehand. Also, note that if you are working off campus, some library resources do require the use of the campus virtual private network for access. Before we get started, let's define a few terms specific to Simply Analytics. A ranking table. A ranking table allows you to quickly analyze many locations within one larger geography. For example, ranking all counties in the U.S. or all the census tracts in a county. Simply Analytics automatically generates a ranking table for each project. Historical data. Simply Analytics defaults to the 2020 United States Census boundaries, but you can select the data and Location tabs on the left side of the screen to view older or historical census years. Shapefile. A shapefile is a digital vector storage format for geometric location and associated attribute information. This excludes topological information. Tooltips, or called the eye tool in Simply Analytics. The eye tool provides additional details that will appear when you rest your pointer or cursor over one or more marks or areas in the project view. Simply Analytics is a good resource for pulling geographic data or shapefiles, while Tableau is ideal for comparing and visualizing datasets. Our objective is to retrieve United States Census data at the state and county level for the state of Georgia, including a shapefile. Later, we will use the shapefile in Tableau to create our map. By default, you will see a new project window. We will start by searching for a location. For this project, we are visualizing the state of Georgia, so we will search Georgia. The search bar will auto-populate, so make sure you're selecting Georgia as a state. Search Georgia, then click on Next. You will get a window of the most popular categories of data. These are referred to as seed variables by Simply Analytics. We will uncheck other options and check total population and median household income, since these are the only variables that we are interested in for this project. The next step is to create a new project. You should now see a map of the state of Georgia that displays the content, income, and population by county. We can double-click the project title field, the current project bar in the upper left corner, to rename it, and let's name it Georgia Data. Go to the Comparison Table tile in the sidebar of the upper right section of the screen to check your data, median household income, and population. By default, you should see the most recent year's median household income and population data. We will need to pull some additional data, specifically population from the past 4 years and median household income for our comparison. To recap, in this section, we have set up our project file and become familiar with navigating the site to retrieve the necessary data. In the next section, we will need to retrieve the population and median household income data for additional years. We are building towards our eventual comparison map. Our final project will be a Georgia state map that looks something like this, comparing the population and income data for each county within the state in one visualization.